You done lost your damn mind. When you get your damn mind, you call me.
Hi guys, welcome to my channel. Welcome to Opinionated. Today's video is going to be a rant. I'm just gonna rant a lot. I'm gonna provide some videos, some screenshots, but this video had to be on camera because I'm just going to rant to you. So here we are. I'm going to be talking about Justin and Hailey Bieber and the conversation about their marriage that's been happening on the internet for really the past however long they've been married, but specifically the past few months, and how the internet sucks. So before I do get into it, please go ahead and give this video a big thumbs up. Go ahead and subscribe to my channel. Turn on the post notifications so that you're notified of the next time that I post a video. And follow me on Twitter. I follow back, and my Twitter will be in the description below. It's at OpinionatedYT. So without further ado, let's just go ahead and get into the video. All right, so let me just do a disclaimer real quick. Number one, I've been a believer for since 2009. I love Hailey as well. I love them together. I love them together and I ship them. I've been shipping them since 2015. And I respect marriages, so you know there's that aspect to it. But yeah, this isn't going to be a video like many other videos on the internet where I just bash and drag them. And I want to make that clear now because I know people are probably wanting me to do that, and they probably clicked on this video ready for me to drag them. I'm not going to do that. So if you can't take someone being realistic and, I don't know, speaking truth, then you don't have to be here. Just save the comment. All right, so now that all the reasonable people have stayed, and by the way, okay, you might think, oh well, she's biased. Everybody's biased, okay? My channel, and I've said this before, but I'm gonna reiterate this, my channel is called Opinionated. Every opinion is biased. If you don't want to hear someone's opinion, watch the news. Oh wait, the news is also biased. Everything is biased. So any take you're going to hear is biased, unless you're literally reading, I don't know, really everything is biased. Even connotations of words can be biased. Anyways, that's a whole another thing. That's a whole different rant that I don't want to get into. But either way, we're all biased. So yes, I am biased, but at the same time, I'm also, if I agreed with the claims being made, I would say that. I don't just get on the internet just to lie. I don't just get on the internet, I'm gonna lie today. No, I don't do that. So I'm going to say what I truly believe and what I truly think as a reasonable human being. Thank you. Okay. Let's get into it. So Justin and Hailey Bieber have been in the media a lot recently because, well, they're always in the media really. But recently there's been this discussion about how Justin abuses Hailey, how they don't have a great relationship, how he's not in love with her, this, that, and the fourth. Now, this has been a very common rhetoric, I guess, on the internet for a long time, but it's only been on a certain side of the internet. That's the delusional side of the internet that stands a certain someone that we're gonna get into later, right? But now it has permeated into the reasonable side of the internet, where now normal people are having this banter and having this discussion about how Justin Bieber and Hailey Bieber aren't meant for each other, they're not right for each other, and all of these different things off of TikToks that have gone viral. So let's talk about it. The main TikTok that I want to talk about, the main TikTok that I want to discuss is the one from a few weeks ago. Justin Bieber was in Vegas. He did a show in Vegas, and so they were doing this whole weekend. And you see him and Hailey walking in a hotel. There's a lot, it looks like a hotel lobby. There are a lot of people around them, and they're holding hands and they're talking, and he's like this. He's kind of, you can tell that he's kind of yelling or shouting or something. And the caption of this TikTok is oh, Justin's yelling at Hailey. People took that and ran with it. When I tell you, it seemed like comment after comment was, oh yeah, he yells at her, he hates her, he yells at her all the time. I can't believe he yelled at her in public. That's so disgusting. When I saw the video, I was like, I can't believe people are literally how did you graduate high school? Like, there's no way that you have enough brain power to graduate high school if you believe that he's really yelling at her in this video. I'm going to insert this video now just so that you can see what I'm talking about. Okay, you've seen the video. When I saw that video, without having any context, I watched the video and I'm like, he's not yelling at her. Like, he's not yelling at her in anger. He's just shouting, excited, and hyped because he's about to do a show or just did a show or something along those lines. It's an exciting weekend. And maybe this also is because I have a lot of context about Justin because I've been a fan of his for 12 years now, but he's one of those types of people that gets really animated, that gets really hyped, that has a lot of energy, that talks like this, that's up and da-da-da-da-da, right? I know that for me and my friends, we're the same way. If you saw me like when I just turned 21 and like I was hanging out with my friend, right? I'm like this. I'm like this the whole time. Now, if I was having a bunch of videos on me or I was having a bunch of cameras on me, right? And people are taking a bunch of videos of me, they might, if they wanted to skew a narrative, they might take a video of me being like, oh my gosh, I'm 21, da 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 da. And they'll say, oh, yeah, she's yelling at her friend and like she's like a horrible friend and she's like abusing her friend emotionally and like verbally abusing her friend. That is literally I'm sorry, but to me, that's exactly the situation. People took something that was so innocent and just dragged him through the mud. Now, why do people do this? Oh, and by the way, let me just show you a different angle because I want to prove to you that that video was, the fact that it was circulating with that narrative was honestly kind of criminal considering the type of allegation that they were trying to really make about Justin. So I'm going to go ahead and just show you another angle of that video so that you can see that that narrative was completely false. So why are people pushing this narrative? Well, this type of stuff is not surprising to me as someone who, again, is a fan of theirs, who likes them together, who has been shipping them for a very long time. This type of stuff happens all the time. There was at one point where there was a video going around everywhere where it was like, Justin slammed the door in her face and he did this to her and he did that to her. Almost as if people want her to be abused. I'm like, it's gotten to a point where it's like, do you want her to be a victim? Like, do you want this to be happening to her right now? It seems like every comment section that you see, it's the same exact narrative, which I will put on the screen now so you can see for yourself. I'm not making this up. The screenshots that I'm providing, I wasn't even searching for these type of comments. These videos come up on my For You page and all you can see in the comment section are just people bashing their relationship, bashing Justin, bashing Hailey, saying that he's not into her, saying that he's abusing her, saying that she was his second choice. It's really all negative towards her in a way. Even when they talk about how he's abusing her, they're making it seem like she's weak for staying with him, that she needs to divorce him now, that she's too weak and she's not strong and she hasn't left him because she's not strong. All of these types of things really directed towards her, but also of course directed towards him by making these disgusting allegations against him. But where is this all coming from? This is all coming from, I want you to know where this is coming from so that you can clock it yourself. The people that are posting these videos are all Selena Gomez stans. And I know that sounds ridiculous considering how immature and honestly vile the type of stuff that they're pulling on the internet is, but I promise you it is all Selena Gomez stands. Why? Because if they push this narrative about these two people, they make her look the best. If they push this narrative about Justin, how he's abusive, then they can go back in their relationship and say, oh, yeah, he abused her. That's why she left him. And she's a much better person. And, you know, she's not lying in her music and all of this other stuff. And, you know, he was the reason why for their breakup, and he's such a bad boyfriend. He's such a bad person. And then it also perpetuates the whole comparison between Selena and Hailey. How, oh, you know, Justin didn't choose the best woman. Selena left him, and then he had to choose his second choice, you know, because he's so abusive and Selena wasn't going to take it, but Hailey will. That type of stuff. You know, Selena is stronger than Hailey. Selena wasn't going to take that. Hailey is weak. Hailey will take anything. She's just a wifey. She's not a strong, independent woman. That is the narrative that's being put out. And when you look at the comments and when you see, and then you know what the narrative is, it all makes sense. When you see these things keep getting pushed by the same people, when you look at the TikTok accounts that are posting these TikToks, and then you look and say, oh, they have a bunch of Selena Gomez fan cams on there that aren't doing well at all, but once you post and you make up these narratives about Justin and Hailey, suddenly you have millions of views. Yeah, we know what's going on here. Like, we can see that. And it's so sad because it's like, if they just directed this energy towards buying her music, she wouldn't have flopped like with her last EP. Like, that wouldn't have flopped. Her music wouldn't flop, but it does. In my opinion, this is getting to a point where it's become criminal, because when you start talking about a man abusing his wife, that becomes criminal, and that's slander, in my opinion. You're saying that he's committing a crime that he's not committing. You're saying that, like, I've seen people say crazy stuff that behind closed doors, this happens and that happens. You are perpetuating lies that are dangerous. Not only, they're dangerous for you, because guess what? Justin Bieber has millions of dollars and can go to court. Now, will Justin and Hailey really address these rumors? Hailey kind of did, and I'll put up what she said right now so that you can see what she said. This was specifically about the Vegas situation, but she's kind of talked and addressed how people talk about their relationship a lot. So if the victim in your narrative is telling you to leave it alone, and you don't have any actual proof that she's even a victim in the first place, then guess what you need to do? Leave it alone, okay? There are certain boundaries that you don't cross. There are certain things that you don't say or do. I know that, like, drama channels have this problem where some drama channels will dig really deep into people's personal lives. Although they are a public and celebrity couple, they are still a married couple, and they still have their own private relationship that shouldn't be all over the internet for people to pick apart and discuss how he's doing something to her and how she's second to him. That type of narrative is beyond gross and needs to stop. It really does. Imagine if you were in a relationship and someone said that your partner didn't want to be with you, would choose their ex over you in a heartbeat, and abuses you. And you're sitting here like, what is even happening right now? Like, imagine that. I know that people don't like to do the whole golden rule, like treat others the way that you would want to be treated. I know that people, I guess that's like a foreign concept to a lot of people, but that's a real thing. And like, in this situation, people have no empathy. It's like they try to mask their hate in empathy and sympathy for Hailey, when that is not at all what's happening right now. What they're doing is they're perpetuating a hate campaign against Justin and against Hailey by trying to make her a false victim and painting her to be something that she is not. And also, in my personal opinion, they are disrespecting real victims of abuse. That's how deep this is. And you might think that it's fun and it's cute little internet banter and it's all jokes and, you know, you're just feeding into gossip and drama, but this isn't just gossip and drama. These are people's real lives. And when you start saying stuff like that on the internet, I think that you're liable to get sued. Like, that's how bad that is. I'm just so sick and tired of seeing these narratives and knowing where it's coming from and no one saying anything about it, and they just keep letting it happen. And I honestly also fault TikTok and all of these other social media platforms, but specifically TikTok, because these videos have been blowing up on that platform and they refuse to take it down, even though they know the media circus that has surrounded these TikToks and how they're literally just false, and they just let it continue. I know that it's bringing obviously traffic to their social media platform, but at the end of the day, if Justin sues you, then what? Because I think that he has probably somewhat of a case, at least, because they're letting these narratives continue to be perpetuated and they're not doing anything about it. And again, it's gone to a level where it's like, this is not okay at all. Compare them as much as you want, I guess, even though I still think it's disgusting. Selena has moved on. Justin has moved on. Everybody has moved on. They're not together anymore. Justin has been with Hailey longer than he was ever with Selena. They dated when they were teenagers. Like, the dude is he's pushing 30, okay? She's pushing 30. Get over it. Like, get over it. I've seen grown adults talk about how Justin is still in love with Selena. It's gotten to a point where it's just so ridiculous. Like, it's literally ridiculous. And I know I never shipped Selena. I never liked them together. But would I go around and make false abuse allegations about them? No, even though there are real abuse allegations with the real video where she's actually hitting him and you can see it and the fans behind them confirmed it, but like, that's neither here nor there. She didn't punch him, she slapped him, but that's a different story, whatever. At the end of the day, they're not together. They're not gonna be together. He's not getting divorced anytime soon. And hopefully they don't get divorced, because I don't want them to, like, that's a horrible thing to go through, and I don't want anyone to go through a divorce. Like, that's actually horrific. I don't want them to go through that. So even wishing divorce on them, again, disgusting behavior. Like, anyone who does that, you disgust me. What I'm saying is that putting out these narratives is not going to make them get back together. Putting out these narratives is not going to make her music do any better. Putting out these narratives is not going to help any situation. I guess maybe it's gonna make Selena look better, I guess. But even then, all it does is just bring two people down. So stop it, get some help.
Stop it, get some help.
So that is it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. If you did enjoy, please go ahead and give it a big thumbs up. Go ahead and comment down below what you think of the situation, what you think is even happening right now, and just everything. Go ahead and comment that down below. Please do subscribe to my channel and turn on the post notifications so that you are notified of the next time that I post a video. And again, follow me on Twitter. My Twitter in the description below. And also, wait, yeah, that's it. Yeah, we're good. Okay. Yeah, follow me on Twitter. So yeah, thank you so much for watching and hearing me rant and listening to me rant. And yeah, thank you for getting through this video with me. And I will see you in my next one. Bye.